y'all fools my sons. Haha, bag up off me and watch you lose. Snoop Dogg is on the mic, I'm giving Madden blues. And if you choose to run up on me, you gon' get laid out so fast. Cause I can get you with the run or I can hit you with the pass. I can't be touched and I can't be schemed. Roll you when I'm in a mud league. 2-0, 2-0, Madden time on you suckers. Y'all can't get close, so why you wanna touch us? Cause my team is so hard, my team is legit. Madden 20, Snoop Dogg is, I get it. I got cleats on my feet, jersey on my back, helmet on my head, ready to attack like that. Down in Mississippi and New Orleans, big Snoop Dogg got a Madden league. Your team is off the hook and you don't really want none, but if you do, come and get some. See, tell your mama and tell your daddy, and tell the whole damn world it's Madden territory. Tell your mama and tell your daddy, and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Come get some if you want some, but you ain't bad enough, so you can't take none. I'm Big Snoop Dogg, and I'm the only one. And when it comes to Madden, all y'all fools my sons. Haha, bag up off me and watch you lose. Snoop Dogg is on the mic, I'm giving Madden blues. And if you choose to run up on me, you gon' get laid out so fast. Cause I can get you with the run or I can hit you with the pass. I can't be touched and I can't be schemed. Roll you when I'm in a mud league. 2-0, 2-0, Madden time on you suckers. Y'all can't get close, so why you wanna touch us? Cause my team is so hard, my team is legit. Madden 20, Snoop Dogg is, now get it. Big Snoop Dogg, it's in the game.
Back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running in down the finish. I don't play, get down and get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm lit it. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. I'm with the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I just got bags from Prada. Rolling up, I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we pack up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Down from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running in down the finish. I don't play, get down and get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm lit it. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. I'm with the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down when the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top when the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throw it blind in my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mid dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even.
All right, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the New England Patriots. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Set,
first carry for James Conner. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. On 2nd down, Conner looking for space. And right away, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
They'll run for the first time with Sony Michel. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. A great effort there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point good by Gostkowski. And that makes the score 7-0. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away.
Let's go. Take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That could be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Now Conner. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 7 yards there and a first down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
On 1st and 10 is Conner. And he's got this down to the 35. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
They'll run on first down. It's Conner, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
No surprise there, Jadeveon Clowney with a tackle for loss. We all know how he became one of the most famous players in football, though, don't we?
Oh, that one play.
Yeah, that one big-time play was on highlights everywhere. They want to see more of that here in the NFL.
He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
Set, ready. Nights again, H again. Keep talking about it and bring it.
They run with the fullback Nix. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down. It's a pickup of 4, but they're still a yard short here with 4th down forthcoming.
It's now 4th down.
So on 4th down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. This from 44 yards out, left hash. And he missed it. He missed it just wide of that left upright. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. This drive starts out on the ground with Michelle. Down the numbers. There he goes. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Sony Michel, 66 yards. And the Patriots are able to strike quickly for 6. Gostkowski with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone.
Let's go. Let's do this. At their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Check, 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 check.
From the gun, a give to Connor. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. So naturally they will decline it. They got the first down anyway on the play.
Who needs a penalty when you picked up the first down through hard work and effort anyway? First down.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. On first down, Connor going to be lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all. Tackled that time by Jerome Baker out of Ohio State. To throw is Stewart. To throw on 2nd down. It'll be a gain of 9, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. And how about the dime look here? 6 DBs on 3rd and inches.
Daring them to run the ball.
It's a quarterback sneak. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. First down.
And the Steeler first down.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now this time he'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll run with Connor. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2. They're staring up at a 3rd and 9 to start it out. Stewart operating from the gun. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They scored a touchdown the last time they had the football, but things going to be a little bit more difficult this time.
Oh, certainly, because where they're starting, the goal isn't even thinking about a touchdown at this point. They're thinking about field position. A couple of first downs in order to give some room for their punter and maybe flip the field position for their defense.
17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a first down. Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. 1st and 10 at the 18. Play action. It's Jackson sliding out of the pocket. He goes full extension, and he's got it. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a first down.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook, and a great grab on the other end. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Forced out to his left. And avoids the contact by sliding. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
22, check, cover. 22, check, cover.
Stewart now looking to throw on 2nd down. He'll get that one complete to Connor. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Here's Stewart on 1st and 10. Dancing to his left. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you. Deuce. Check 26.
Looking to throw on second down. Stewart eluding the pressure right. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. A reminder coming up at halftime, it's the season debut of the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, as we look ahead to all the action coming up this opening weekend. Of course, we'll also take a look back at this first half. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
James Conner, 45 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Boswell good with the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7.
14. Steelers 7.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away.
The Patriots take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now.
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Sony Michel, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Patriots are able to strike quickly for 6. Gostkowski the extra point. And it's now 21-7. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So now they'll come up on second and 10, once again from the 28. Here's Conner. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Looking to throw. Stewart. He's got his man on the crossing route. A good pickup there, 26 yards. I think everyone in the stadium saw that big hit coming.
And I, as a former defensive back, have to admit I'm a little disappointed. He actually was able to hold on to the ball. He brought the lumber on that play. Give my man a whole lot of credit for taking the hit and possessing the football.
And picking up the first down. A gain of 6 there on first.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second and 4.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's second and 4.
He's checking.
They run with Conner, and he'll get it down on the play to the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And this one complete to Smith. And those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. Now Stewart from the gun, he'll throw. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Christian Wilkins. He's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. And he finds a man with a crossing route. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. The Steelers on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. To throw is Stewart, operating from the gun. That's complete to his running back, Connor. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Stewart throwing on first down. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Check. Check. Hot. Hey, 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. And we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet. Slam. Shoot.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. From the gun, Stewart into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off, and his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener, as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Here's Jackson to throw. Got a man, it's Brown. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
That's good for the Patriots. 1st and 10 at the 46.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Flush to his right. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Tight is right. Watch tight. Tight is right. Okay. 3 down. Off. Check 99.
They go play action with Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. Play action. Now Jackson. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Bud Dupree with a big-time sack on third down. It's a loss of 7.
To me, the defense was looking a little gassed near the end of the first half, but they've come out of the locker room with a little extra spring in their step. Wonder what they did at halftime to get them so motivated.
I don't know, but that sack looked good. Now let's see if they can build on the momentum of that play. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing, because you don't have to throw it. You come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
It'll be a gain of 17 at a Pittsburgh first. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Connor. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Come on, D! 58, boys, 58, 58, come on. Focus, defense, focus. 58, right over.
Stewart now to throw on 2nd down. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. James Conner, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend, as his guys are back within a single score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case,
and he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Sony Michel with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
This will be taken in at the 1. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Stewart looking for his running back, and he's got him. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
On 2nd down now, it's Connor. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
He can run for it, and he will. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you've got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone who has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
Yeah, it'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the 4th. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. This quarterback now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Down right around the 25. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Here's Stewart on 3rd down. Steps away to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Now Stewart throwing on 4th down. And no, it's incomplete. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on downs. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there of playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Where'd he go? Watch the edge. Look, Smoke. Slow, go. Kill. Look. Hey, turn it up.
They go play action now. Jackson. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. Well, when I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes it...
Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Now a first down carry. It's Michel. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 18 big yards on that one, and a New England first down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance, and they end up winning this game.
They go play action here on first down, eluding the pressure right. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. To throw again on second down. Jackson. Flush to his right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Able to get there and pick it. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open?
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception to see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. Facing this 4th quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock. They know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat.
Get to the ball. Let's keep moving. In your face.
After the interception, here's Jackson, escaping the pressure right. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually, a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage.
Run the mic. Watch one. Watch one. I got it.
On second down, Michel.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
And it's Michel once again. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Call it a 4-yard pickup, but it leaves him a few inches short here on 4th down. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having... Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And this one will not work out. It is incomplete. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 19 yards there on the catch and run. To throw is Stewart. From the gun, he'll throw. And yes, complete to the tight end, McDonald. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Looking to throw. Stewart. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call. And you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all that yardage. That would be a big play.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Obi Melifonwu, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. This will be caught by Brown. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Antonio Brown, 60 yards. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want. But there carries a little extra pressure with that as well, because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, 2 sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And Stewart lost the football. It's loose, and it's picked up by the Patriots. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And that might just cement it. A return for a late touchdown. So this defense clicking early in the year. Week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. They'll run here with Connor.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And the Steelers on 3rd down, 5 out of 9 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Stewart, off play action. And an alley to run. And Stewart lost the football. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Patriots. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And now off to the races down the right side. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown. So this defense clicking early in the year. Week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. Well, my friend, for the players, it's good for them to get that first game under their belts. For you and I, that first Thursday night game, also good for us to get that under our belts, wasn't it?
It was no longer preseason. We were into the regular season, the first game of the year. And, you know, all eyes were watching this one. Everyone was excited that football was back.
And it's just special. You could just feel it. It's so good to have the pigskin back out there. It'll be crisp fall weather before we know it.
You got that right, but I love the build-up to it, right? All day long anticipating it, and then we got here and we saw a game, the first game of the year, Let's keep going.
So for the Pats, they begin the new campaign with a victory here in front of the home crowd in
How many of y'all came to win?
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
STRO, I ain't come to play with you. Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up. I can't spend the day with you. I'm out of my business. I ain't getting paid with you. I come to right. I ain't finna play with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. This shorty, she support ride. Never not on my grind. New York City time. Another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winter side. Ready to try. Different vibe. Is you down the ride? Never tired. You will never know. You ain't never tried. Work it out. Hit the gym. Hit the field. Hey, yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard. On the job, you can see that. On my head is real good. We don't need your feedback. They clear the way when my team coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah, beats, leave it in the street. Case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Grape colored coops. Oh no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I done grabbed a few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze, freeze. Stop you in your tracks, there's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit. Your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Sure, don't stop. It's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired. Can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe. Never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.